Convolution sum of two finite signals. Once again the procedure is exactly same, only the difference is we should stop by every sample. Once again sketch x of k, h of k, whichever is the larger signal, time reflect that, assign beginning to that sample. So here it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Though they have the intervals, no need to mention the time interval of other samples, only the beginning is enough. Okay, n. So here, see here, look at the other signal x of k. It does not have the common amplitude expression. The amplitude of each sample is different. So we have to stop the beginning of the signal. It should stop by every sample. Okay, like we should move this from one side to another side completely until it comes out of the until there is no overlapping. Like first we start with n less than minus 1, means the beginning of this less than the first sample, less than minus 1. There is no overlapping, so convolution is 0. Next, n is equal to minus 1. When n is minus 1, only one sample is overlapping, so they multiplied their amplitudes 2 into 1. So the amplitude at minus 1 is 2. Next, move it to the right by one more position, that is n is equal to 0. First, this is the n is the beginning, no? So n is equal to minus 1. Next, n is equal to 0. When n is 0, two samples gets overlapped, right? So multiply the respective amplitudes and add the products. So 5 into 1, 2 into 2. That is 5 plus 4, which is 9. Next, again shift h of n minus k to right by one position, so that n becomes equal to 1. Means if you move it to the other side, when n is equal to 1, what happens? We have to see. When n is equal to 1, 3 samples get overlapped. This is when n is equal to 1. Okay, I'm sorry. One second. When n is equal to 1, all the 3 samples gets overlapped. So multiply the respective amplitudes. That is 3 into 1, 5 into 2, 3 into 2. Add the products, 19. So further move such that n becomes 2. When n is equal to 2. When n is 2, see here, one sample has come out of x of k. One sample has come out. We have to continue this process until all the samples are out of x of k. Okay. Now again 3 samples are overlapped. Compute the convolution. Again shift it to the other position. When n is 3, 2 samples are overlapped. Then when n is 4, only one sample is overlapped, 3. Now if I further move it, that is n greater than 4, there is no overlapping, so it is 0. So y of n is 2, 9, 19, 22, 11, 3. So 9 is the 0th sample, so show the arrow here. Now we can verify it. Verification means x of n is 1, 2, 3, right? H of n is 2, 5, 3, 1. Write them in a matrix 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 1. Write x of n in column and h of n in row. Now multiply each column element wise, carry the element wise multiplication. That is 1 into 2, 1 into 5, 1 into 3, 1 into 1. Next 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 5, 10, 2 into 3, 6, 2 into 1, 2, 3 into 2, 6, 3 into 5, 15, 3 into 3, 9, 3 into 1, 3. Now add the values diagonally. That is 2, 5 plus 4, 9. It is 19, 22, then 11, 3. Now match the result. See, you got the same result, right? So when both the signals are finite, then the convolution sum can be verified like this. And there is one more method to compute the convolution sum. See, the previous method can be used if they mention graphically. If they mentioned you should compute the convolution sum graphically. If they haven't mentioned that, then you can go for this method. That is only for finite convolution sum. That is 1, 2, 3, you can write it as delta n plus 1, 2 delta n, 3 delta n minus 1. Because this is at n is equal to 0. N is equal to 0 means delta n. And its amplitude is 2. And this is at n is equal to minus 1. N is equal to minus 1 means delta n plus 1. This is n is equal to 1. That is delta n minus 1. And its amplitude is 3. Similarly, you write h of n. 2 in delta n. It is at 1 means delta n minus 1. It is in 2 means delta n minus 2. It is 3 means delta n minus 3. Now there is one property of convolution, that is the convolution between two impulses is once again an impulse, but the shift is whatever the shift in both the impulses, it gets added up. Okay, it gets added up. Now convolution between x of n and h of n. Write both the sequences. x of n is this, h of n is this. Now compute the convolution of each impulse with each of the terms. That is convolution between delta n plus 1 and delta n. Add the shift. Plus 1, 0, plus 1. The amplitudes gets multiplied. Delta n plus 1 to delta n minus 1. Plus 1 minus 1 is 0. 5 into 1 is 5. Next this term with this term. Plus 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 3. Then this term, minus 2. Next this term with all the 4 terms. 2 into 2, 4. Delta n convolution delta n is delta n. Then this into this. 2 into 2, 10. N minus 1. Like that. Now you add all the common terms. You will get this answer. Once again you will get the same result. Okay, I will give some of the homework problems in the next video. You just watch this whenever you finish your internals.